could get Machado, get rid of Addison Russell, and let Baez play second base. So they can do that if, in fact, they wanted to do it that way. They certainly can if that's where they want to go as far as their franchise is concerned. Ian in Manhattan is up next, and he says hello on Mad Dog Unleashed. Ian, good afternoon. What's going on?
What's up, dog? How are you?
Ian, nice to chat with you. How you doing today? Okay, what's up?
I'm doing great. 53 minutes on hold, so give me a few, okay?
You got it. Fire away. Let me hear. Shoot.
So first off, I'm making my way right now up to Yankee Stadium to see the Yankees and the Red Sox. It's one of numerous Yankee-Red Sox games that I've been at. As a kid, I was at the Yankee-Red Sox massacre when Lou Piniella slid into Carlton Fisk and they started a fight. I can remember Mickey Rivers coming out doing like Hong Kong Phooey and Greg Nettles hitting Bill Lee in the shoulder, separating his shoulder.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
how far
that.
back I
Yeah,
go with
Nettles was completely wrong, and Otto Velez was a pain in the neck in that fight too. That was a nasty fight. Evans out in right field. I don't remember that live at the time. That's 1976. I think it was. Well, I'm not sure what month was that in. I don't remember when.
It was the summer because I know we were sweating up in the in the mid upper deck of Old Yankee Stadium. But that I was at that game, and I was also at the famous Yankee Red Sox playoff game when A-Rod knocked the ball out of.
No, that was a famous game. No, that's Game 6.
Yeah, out of what's his name's hand. The blonde pitcher.
The right hand pitcher for the who just retired. I'll think of it in a second.
Correct. Now,
go ahead.
There's a big connection tonight because you know who's throwing out the first ball?
I think I did know. It's Fizdale, right?
Correct. So David Fizdale, who loves New York, as you say.
Oh,
now,
gosh, what a mess.
Transitioning over to that.
How does a guy who grew up in L.A. sit there and tell me in a press conference how his dream is to coach at Madison Square Garden? I can't.
Well,
that.
you know what it is. I think he's a basketball enthusiast, and he knows that he's going to be coaching in the mecca of basketball.
Well, why is this the mecca of basketball? They haven't won in 2 decades. Since when is Madison Square Garden the mecca of basketball?
It's always been considered that, no matter winning or losing, it's the mecca of basketball. Ask Marv. Ask Mike Breen.
I think Knick fans just think that. I don't think the rest of the country does. I think Knick fans.
No, I get it. I agree with you. But here's my question to you. So, you like the hire of Fizdale or no?
I you know what? I'm sort of ambivalent about it. I don't think it's a big deal one way or the other. I'm not sure if anybody really's got a feel that Fizdale's a great coach. I don't care what LeBron says or Wade or Spoelstra. I'm not interested in anybody. It's about wins and losses. That's what it's about.
Correct. And they're going to lose a lot because of the roster. And I think he knows that. I think Perry and Mills know that.
Right.
So what is... they're going to get a high draft pick, so hopefully they pick the right, kid. They're going to get a 19-year-old kid, and they're going to lose, 50-something games next season.
Right.
So they got to have somebody who's willing to, play the role of coach, be able to lose a bunch of games, which, this guy won a lot in Miami.
No, he didn't win anything. No. He didn't know Ian. He's an assistant coach. He won nothing in Miami.
He was on a team that won a lot.
He didn't do it. You can't give somebody that credit as an assistant coach. He was an assistant.
I'm saying he was in a winning organization. So who besides him were you going to hire? Mark Jackson?
Agree. No, I would not have gone.
Going to hire?
Good point, Ian. But I wouldn't have fired Hornacek myself. I don't think it was fair to him.
Yeah, I get that. It wasn't his fault, but he wasn't, their hire, and that's where that comes into play.
I listen. Well, Mills was there when he was hired. I understand. They wanted to sit there and they wanted their own guy in there. The idea that somehow the Knicks did not establish a team identity, and then Dolan, who again has never won a thing in his life. He wasn't. He didn't even hockey. He never won a thing in his life.
He's a huge problem.
I got Dolan. I got Dolan now, Ian, going out there and telling America that he doesn't connect Jeff Hornacek with today's NBA player. Shut up. I got to listen to that now from a guy who's never won a thing? That I can't listen to. And I don't want to make this about Hornacek. I know I'm a big fan. And I understand the Knicks, they a lot of games this year. They play good defense and everything else. But I don't know, a good call, Ian. I don't know if anybody was going to do any better with that roster. But here's the deal. Hornacek, how many games did he win last year, Ed? Could somebody check that, please? How many games Hornacek won last year? I'm going to say the Knicks won about, 31, 32 games? And I believe, how many games did exactly he win? Tell me how many games. 30 games? What was the Knicks standings this year? We're going to do a little math for Fizz, because it's about winning. It's about losing. It's about winning some games. How many games did Hornacek win? Ed, how many? He won 29 games. Okay. How many games did Porzingis play? 48 or 42? How many games? He missed how many games? If somebody can tell me. I believe he only played 40-something games next year. They have a higher draft pick. They have an extra year of development with their young players. How about if Boston's going to be better. So you got to keep that in mind. They'll be improved. Philadelphia be improved. How about if I put the Fizdale number next year, and don't give me garbage about style of play. I don't want to be interested about that. That's a bunch of nonsense, style of play. When you're 20 and 62, there's no such thing as style of play. How about Fizdale next year with, the kid from France there, Porzingis back second half of the year, players who are a little bit more established in New York, a high draft pick. How about if I put the win total next year at Fizdale at 32 wins? Is that fair or is that too high? Go a little lower? I mean, can I say 32? 9 in front of the hour, we continue. We're coming back here on Mad Dog Unleashed.